Imagine a civilization that grew from a cluster of hills to a colossal empire. Our journey begins with the mythical foundation of Rome, where legend has it, the twin brothers Romulus and Remus, abandoned at birth and raised by a she-wolf, built the city on the banks of the Tiber River. These early kings forged a society that would ultimately shape the course of history. As the city grew, so did its political complexity. The monarchy was overthrown, and in its place, the Roman Republic was established. This was a unique political system, a mixed constitution balancing the interests of the patricians, the aristocratic ruling class, with the plebeians, the common folk. It was a delicate dance of power, but one that allowed Rome to flourish. But Rome wasn't just about politics. Its societal structure was a complex network, a melting pot of cultures and traditions, coexisting and intertwining in harmony. This cultural mosaic was the bedrock upon which Rome was built, a testament to its diversity and inclusivity. The true strength of Rome, however, lay in its diplomacy, military innovation, and the Roman law system. Rome's diplomats were masters of negotiation, forging alliances that expanded their influence far beyond their city walls. Their military, disciplined and determined, was a force to be reckoned with. Innovation was their weapon, the gladius their shield, and the Roman law system, the 12 tables, laid the foundations for modern legal systems, a beacon of justice in a turbulent world. From a humble city-state, Rome was poised to become a behemoth on the world stage. As we delve deeper into the annals of history, we will witness the expansion, the shift to an empire, the peace and prosperity, and ultimately the decline and fall. But as we navigate this vast historical landscape, remember this: Rome was not built in a day, and its lessons still echo in our world today. As Rome's ambitions grew, so did its borders. The Roman Republic, once a small city-state, began to spread its influence throughout the Italian peninsula, absorbing neighboring cities and tribes into its fold. This was not a peaceful process. It was marked by a series of conflicts and wars, each one serving as a stepping stone towards Rome's expansion. Rome's growth was fueled by a combination of strategic alliances, military conquests, and the integration of conquered peoples. The Romans had a knack for diplomacy, often securing allies before resorting to war. But when diplomacy failed, they proved to be formidable opponents on the battlefield. Their legions, well-trained and disciplined, became a force to be reckoned with. One of the pivotal moments in Rome's expansion was the Punic Wars, a series of 3 wars fought between Rome and Carthage, a powerful city-state in North Africa. These wars were brutal and long, but they ended in Rome's favor. The victory over Carthage not only eliminated a major rival, but also opened the door for Rome to expand into the Western Mediterranean. But Rome's expansion was not without its problems. The rapid growth put a strain on the Republic's political and social structures. The influx of wealth and slaves from conquered territories led to increasing economic inequality. The old system of government, designed for a city-state, struggled to manage an empire. Despite these challenges, Rome continued to grow. It pushed its borders further, reaching as far as Britain in the west and the Middle East in the east. The city-state that once stood on 7 hills now ruled over a vast empire, a patchwork of different cultures and peoples. Rome's transformation was remarkable. From a small city-state, it had grown into a powerful empire. This change did not happen overnight. It was the result of centuries of expansion, driven by ambition, warfare, and a desire for dominance. Rome was no longer just a city, it was an empire. But with expansion came a shift in power. Rome, a republic no more, was on the brink of an epical transformation. The seeds of change were sown by none other than Julius Caesar, a military genius and charismatic leader. His rise to power was meteoric, and his audacious crossing of the Rubicon River marked the end of the Roman Republic. Caesar's rule was short-lived, but his impact was eternal. His assassination on the Ides of March, a day forever etched in history, was a catalyst for even greater change. Enter Augustus Caesar, grandnephew, and adopted son of Julius Caesar. Navigating the turbulent aftermath of his predecessor's death, Augustus skillfully maneuvered his way to the pinnacle of power. He was the architect of a new era, establishing the Roman Empire and assuming the title of Rome's first emperor. Under Augustus, the Republic's democratic facade fell away. He cleverly consolidated power, maintaining the illusion of republic traditions while holding ultimate authority. The Senate still convened, elections were held, but the reins of power were firmly in the hands of the emperor. This imperial system, with its centralized control, allowed Rome to manage its vast territories more effectively. The shift from republic to empire was not without controversy, but it was a pivotal moment in Rome's history. The republic was no more, and the age of emperors had begun. A new chapter had opened, setting the stage for Rome's golden age and its eventual downfall. This shift to empire would forever mark Rome's legacy and the annals of world history. Amid the chaos, a period of peace and prosperity emerged. Enter the Pax Romana, an era that spanned 200 years. During this time, Rome was at its zenith, a beacon of civilization and a melting pot of cultures. Its vast territories were united under the rule of law, a system that was as sophisticated as it was fair. The Pax Romana was also a golden era of architectural marvels. From the grandeur of the Colosseum to the ingenuity of aqueducts, Rome's architectural prowess was on full display. But Rome didn't just build structures, it built a culture. Literature, art, philosophy, they all flourished, enriched by the diverse cultures within the empire. And speaking of diversity, Rome was a master at managing it. They allowed conquered people to maintain their own customs, languages, and religions. This multicultural approach kept the peace, but it also sowed the seeds of divergence. But as Rome basked in its golden age, the seeds of its fall were being sown. Every empire has its breaking point. And so it was with Rome. As the empire expanded, it began to encounter challenges that tested its resilience. Economic instability became a significant issue. Rome's economy, heavily reliant on slave labor, began to falter as the supply of slaves dwindled. This reliance was a double-edged sword, stagnating technological advancement and productivity. Political corruption also took a toll. The power and wealth of the empire attracted those more interested in personal gain than the welfare of Rome. Leaders who lacked integrity and vision sat on the throne, eroding public trust and fostering discontent. The empire's military was stretched thin, struggling to protect Rome's vast territories. This overstretch exposed the empire to external threats, making it vulnerable to invasions. The crisis of the 3rd century further exacerbated these issues, with frequent changes in leadership and civil unrest. The cracks in the mighty Roman Empire were beginning to show. The sun was setting on the Western Roman Empire. As the centuries rolled on, internal conflicts and power struggles weakened the empire from within, while external threats loomed ominously. Barbarian invasions, once held at bay by Rome's formidable legions, now came crashing like waves against a crumbling fortress. The Visigoths, the Vandals, and the Ostrogoths, among others, gnawed away at the empire's borders, seizing territory and sowing chaos. Meanwhile, the empire itself was fracturing. It divided into two halves, the Western Roman Empire with Rome at its heart, and the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, with Constantinople as its capital. While the Western Empire crumbled under the weight of its own decay and the relentless barbarian invasions, the Eastern Empire, though not without its own challenges, managed to survive. In 476 AD, the last Roman emperor of the West was overthrown. The once mighty Rome had fallen. But what can we learn from Rome's rise and fall? We live in a world that is a complex web of geopolitical issues, economic challenges, and societal dynamics. Rome's story draws striking parallels to our own. The Roman Empire expanded rapidly, but it also faced the consequences of unsustainable growth. It grappled with political corruption that ultimately undermined its stability. In our modern societies, we face similar challenges. The pursuit of economic growth must be balanced with sustainability. Political integrity is the backbone of a stable society. Rome also teaches us about the value of cultural inclusivity. The empire was a melting pot of cultures, and its ability to manage this diversity was a key factor in its longevity. Rome's story serves as a reminder of the importance of leadership, resilience, and adaptation to change. As we navigate the complexities of our modern world, we can look to Rome's past for lessons in tackling our future challenges. Rome's legacy lives on. From a modest settlement to a powerful empire, Rome's journey mirrors the rise and fall of civilizations throughout history. Its lessons of diplomacy, military innovation, and cultural inclusivity continue to resonate. The challenges it faced, economic instability, political corruption, and the struggle to govern a diverse populace, are issues we wrestle with today. As we navigate our future, may Rome's past illuminate our path. Share your thoughts, like, and subscribe for more historical insights.